This is awful. I mean, there's just no way to spin it. Eddie Hall is in deep, deep trouble unless he can land a miracle punch. I've been saying it now for months, but I'm starting to see more and more that it is far more unlikely that he lands said punch than does, and...
We need to say, I'll give you all, you don't wake up for home. Stick to lifting weights, but I'll tell you what he did do. The half a ton deadlift was a sensational job, I'll give him that. That's what he's good at. You don't know what he's in for. He thinks because Tommy's small, Tommy's like a pocket rocket, isn't he, compared to him? And I got that body belt and I'm feeling the power. He can't take that. That's why he wants to do 2-minute rounds, isn't it? He can't do the 3. And I can't blame him. You've got to give Eddie all props because he's not a fighter. He's going to get in with Tommy knowing full well what can happen to him. The only thing he's going to try and do is swing.
Sparring footage that I just saw is abysmal. I don't know what Eddie's been training. I don't know who has been training him. I know that he has been training, but my goodness, I don't know who with, what they're supposed to be working on or why. But let me just show you what I mean. Eddie Hall, training footage and sparring footage just...
You know, if strong men, being the strongest man in the world and picking up half a ton meant you was the best fighter of all, everyone would be a world champion, wouldn't they? If being big and strong meant you could fight, everyone would be a world champion. But in this game, it's not about how much weight you can lift. It's not about how strong you are. There's a ton more things to the fight game. And that's what I'm looking to show Eddie on the night.
Pull off a miracle right hand. What I'm seeing makes me even more skeptical that that's possible because he doesn't understand space and distance. He doesn't understand timing and rhythm. He doesn't understand how valuable his right hand is. And it seems like I'm being counterintuitive because all he's throwing is right hands, but he needs to value that thing. It needs to be, like I said, a weapon of mass destruction. You only bring it out at certain points so Tommy doesn't get a read on it, and also so you don't gash.
His ability to go in there and believe that he can go and mix it with these guys. It's sparring at the end of the day. And I'm, but I know for a fact that both guys appreciated each other's work. On Moses, not that you're paying attention to what I'm saying, but at this stage, the only 2 people he's got to listen to are Ben and Lee. So
it's grabbed everybody's attention for various reasons, and they're getting. I mean, Tommy's getting life-changing money, and how can you? I can't knock that. You're in the ring; it's a dangerous place to be, and my job is if I see a fight that I feel we can win and I'll put him into it, then I'll do that. And it gets him, gets him further up the ladder. Not only do I think he can win it, I think, obviously this is a high-profile fight, but he's getting a truckload of money for it. So, it ticks all the boxes.
John Fury just dropped a brutal reality check on Eddie Hall, and honestly, he's not wrong about what's coming.
World's strongest man, amazing. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant. He's fighting Tommy Fury. I thought they were mates. They probably are mates. They're probably making a fucking fortune as well.
The sparring knockout footage is everywhere. Eddie Hall got dropped in training, and now John Fury is using it as ammunition. He's basically saying if you can't handle sparring pressure, Tommy will destroy you.
Of course I'll watch it. I like Tommy Fury a lot. I'm a Tommy Fury fan. Eddie Hall, I'm an Eddie Hall fan. I like the world's strongest man. A lot of respect for him. So of course I'll watch it. I'll watch it as it's a spectacle in it. It's part of the new bit of circusry that's come into boxing, all these exhibitions, different people from different sports coming in. But for all intents and purposes, as a boxing match, what a load of bollocks. Yeah, I don't think I don't like it too much. But I'll watch it because it's interesting in lots of ways. And I think people find it interesting.
Here's where it gets interesting though. John's claiming size means absolutely nothing in real boxing. Eddie Hall is massive, but according to the Fury camp, that's actually working against him in longer rounds.
Eddie, when I sparred Eddie, he was 140 kg. I don't know how much he's gonna have to be for Tommy. But Tommy should win, innit? Like, should win. But Eddie Hall, who knows? It makes sense for Tommy, innit? It's a good.
The sparring footage looks rough, really rough. Eddie's fundamentals are all over the place, his timing is off, and his defense, practically non-existent. This is not what you want to see weeks before a real fight.
If it's a good fun event and you take it for what it is, I mean, I wouldn't want to be in it. You know, I wouldn't want to be across the ring from this fella. But notwithstanding it, I'm quite happy for Tommy Fury to get a punch in the face.
Tommy Fury fired back hard. He's saying strength doesn't equal boxing ability, and he's got a point. If lifting heavy made you a champion, every powerlifter would have a belt. But boxing is about timing, skill, and ring IQ.
He's going to take it seriously. Now, I expect Tommy to pretty much do what he wants with him if he can get, you know, Eddie to relax a little bit after the first, second, and maybe third round. Because as big as Eddie is and as athletic as he is, he can't box very much. He's not a great boxer. He swings for the bleachers. He's got great power, obviously, and he's a good athlete. Like, he's a really good quick-twitch athlete. But even in the Hafthor Bjornsson fight, I can't even believe we're referencing this in terms of a Tommy Fury fight, but even in that fight, I know Eddie had like one arm because he had a shoulder messed up, but Thor outboxed him and stuck a left hand on him. He was the southpaw. It was tricky, but hey, listen, and Tommy is not like a high-level operator, but he better be high-level.
But here's the kicker. The experts are breaking down Eddie's biggest flaw. He doesn't understand distance or rhythm. That right hand everyone's talking about, he's throwing it way too much without any setup.
Yeah. You've trained with both of them though. What's the skills, what's the breakdown for this?
Tommy's been boxing all his life, so you would think that the edge should go to Tommy, but Eddie can actually genuinely fight, so...
Frank Warren sees it differently though. He watched Eddie in sparring and called him an absolute animal. Says both fighters were going hard, not holding back. That kind of mentality matters on fight night.
Eddie, I already knew what was coming because I know Misfits, I know what they like to do. They like to put on big shows and big events, and this is definitely going to be a big event. And you know, no one's running here, and I'm going to show Eddie on June 13th that size does not matter.
Do you have to step up to the plate a little bit and defend that Fury name? Obviously, it's gone off between him and his old man, and your old man, sorry. But what's the conversation been like between you and Big John Fury?
Listen, all I'm going to say is my dad did 12.
Eddie's getting emotional about this whole thing. He's talking about loyalty, family respect, all that personal stuff. For him, this isn't just sport anymore. It's become about pride and proving something deeper.
There, simple stuff, right? This guy's gonna walk towards you, look, breaks the guard with the right hand, sneaks the jab in behind it. That's perfect. You don't need anything else. Basics. The basics is what Eddie should do in this fight. He should cover up when things get a little hairy, tie Tommy up if they get in close, and then break that tie, maybe uppercut, hooks inside, everything to the body, slow Tommy down a bit. And then when you're at range, it's jab, get underneath Tommy's jab, massive right hand. You get a little closer, you want to throw your hooks, fine. But it should be jab overhand, jab straight right hand. All.
Dave Allen thinks the whole thing is wild. A world's strongest man stepping in with Tommy Fury. He's calling it entertainment over pure sport, but admits he can't look away from the spectacle.
Big jab by Eddie. Throws Johnny back. Nice jab by Johnny. Traded jabs. Now that was a nice 1-2 there by Eddie. We all know what Eddie's going to do coming into this fight. He's going to be looking for that big right hand, but he's not going to be able to find it if he throws it naked. He needs to hide it behind that jab, and that's if he can catch Tommy Fury, because Tommy is going to be on his bite.
The technical breakdown is brutal. Wade Plemons says Eddie only has one path to victory. Land that right hand early before Tommy figures him out. But here's the problem: boxing fundamentals heavily favor the trained fighter. Tom Aspinall keeps it real. Tommy should outbox Eddie for 12 rounds straight. But Eddie only needs one clean shot to change everything. That's what makes this fight genuinely dangerous for both guys. Tommy's final warning hit different. He said Eddie's muscles mean nothing because you can't build strength into a chin. That's ice cold, and he's planning to test that theory directly. So there you have it. Raw power versus technical skill, strongman versus boxer, one shot versus 12 rounds of experience. This isn't just about who wins, it's about whether pure strength can overcome years of boxing training when the lights are brightest. Who do you think survives this clash? Drop your prediction in the comments. Smash that like button if this breakdown helped you understand the real stakes, and subscribe because this fight is going to be absolutely wild. I'll see you in the next one. But wait, there's something everyone's missing in this whole debate. The mental warfare happening behind the scenes is just as brutal as anything we'll see in the ring. Eddie Hall's team is playing mind games too. They're releasing training footage showing him looking sharp, landing combinations, moving better than before. It's like they're saying, forget that knockout clip, look at this version instead. The betting odds tell a completely different story though. Tommy opened as a massive favorite, but the money is starting to shift. People are actually putting cash on Eddie Hall landing that one big shot. That's either smart money or complete madness. Here's what's really crazy about this matchup. Eddie's carrying around 280 pounds of pure muscle, but that weight becomes a liability after round 3. Tommy's game plan is probably simple: survive early, then watch Eddie's gas tank hit empty. The sparring partners are spilling secrets now. Word is Eddie's been dropping experienced fighters in the gym when he connects clean. But those same partners say his cardio falls off a cliff after intense exchanges. That's the real fight right there. Tommy's father John isn't done talking either. He's now saying Eddie Hall represents everything wrong with celebrity boxing. Real fighters grinding for years, then a strongman gets a payday. You can feel the genuine frustration in his voice. But Eddie's comeback is legendary. He's reminding everyone he literally lifted 500 kilograms off the ground. That grip strength, that raw power, he's saying Tommy has never felt anything close to what's coming his way. The training camp reports are wild. Eddie's supposedly hitting the heavy bag so hard they had to reinforce it multiple times. Meanwhile, Tommy's working on movement, angles, making Eddie miss and pay for every wild swing. This psychological element runs deeper than anyone realizes. Eddie Hall conquered the impossible in strongman. He's used to his body doing exactly what his mind demands. But boxing punishes that confidence in ways powerlifting never could.